What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about theater mode in CoD WW2, or more so, the lack of theater mode in CoD WW2. It has now been confirmed by Michael Condrey, as you can see by the tweet right here, that theater mode will not be returning to CoD WW2. And what I'm seeing with this is a lot of mixed reactions. There's a lot of YouTubers and content creators that are quite upset with this, understandably so, because theater mode is a very powerful tool for us to use for many different applications. And then on the other side of things, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, great, I'm so glad it's gone because we don't have to deal with that extra lag that theater mode caused. So I did want to talk about this a little bit today, and my opinions, my thoughts on this. First off, why did they get rid of theater mode? Well, a couple reasons. First off, I think it adds to development time. Maybe it's just something that they feel is an unnecessary thing to work on because of the second reason, which is the fact that the new generation consoles have a built-in DVR capability. And that was actually what Condrey said in his tweet. He said it was because of the fact that consoles have that built-in DVR capability. But the simple fact is, that's not even close to a replacement for theater mode. You can't use that DVR feature to fly around the map and spectate things and pause it and go in slow motion and speed things up and spectate other players and lock onto equipment and follow that equipment around the map. You can't do flyovers. You can't do any of that kind of stuff with the DVR capabilities. You just record what already happened on your console. Also, even if you were the type of person that does have like a capture card, for instance, and maybe you didn't have your software running, but you had a really good gameplay, you could go back to theater mode and you could record it at full quality rather than hitting that share feature on your console and then having it record at a severely reduced quality. So I think it is really unfortunate that we are stuck with that DVR feature because for actual content creation, you don't really see that used too often. It's more so used by the average player that has a cool clip or a cool game or something and they want to share it with their friends. It's not good enough for truly professional content creation, and it doesn't give us the tools that we would love to have like we've had in a lot of previous Call of Duty games with theater mode. Now, let's have a look at the other end of this. There's a lot of people that are really happy that theater mode's not coming back because they feel that it contributes to lag, or a lot of people apparently know, I'm doing air quotes here, that theater mode contributes to lag. And based on all of the research that I've done, this is simply not true. There is no evidence whatsoever that theater mode has any impact on the latency or the connection of players in the lobby. I feel a lot of the reasons that people have come up with this myth is mainly going from Infinity Ward Call of Duties back in the day to Treyarch Call of Duties back in the day. They definitely have different sort of netcode feeling and hit detection. Everything feels different when it comes to hitting players, but that has nothing to do with theater mode. So when you were playing an Infinity Ward game, which back then most Infinity Ward games didn't have theater mode, the hit detection generally felt very good, it felt very solid and fast, and everything felt really nice. Then when you went to a Treyarch game, it definitely felt different, and for a lot of people it felt a little bit worse. Many people jumped on the fact that this must be due to theater mode, because that's the one big thing that's changed here. And that's simply not the case. Modern Warfare 3 had theater mode, and the big thing here, Modern Warfare 3 also had an option to disable theater mode if you wanted to, and there is no evidence whatsoever that disabling theater mode actually reduced latency for you. There was a lot of confirmation bias, and there was a big placebo when it came to this, but nobody was able to prove definitively that there was any added latency with this theater mode enabled in Modern Warfare 3. And if we look at how the system actually works, it really makes sense that this is the case. Call of Duty already has kill cams, and they always have. There's always a system in the background recording players' states according to the host. This is always happening throughout the game anyways, because we have the kill cams. All that's happening with theater mode is that's now being stored in a separate location, not on your client. This is being stored on the host side, and then it's being uploaded after the game. So with the whole theater mode causes lag thing, this appears to be a complete myth. There has been no evidence to suggest that theater mode actually does cause lag, and it looks like this year with CoD WW2, we're going to be missing out on a great feature. Now, I realize the content creators don't speak for the entire community or anything like that, and that makes sense, but I know there's a lot of people that aren't even content creators, and they just love going into theater mode to maybe watch the perspective of somebody that beat them down in the last game. They want to learn from a better player. Or maybe they just had a really cool clip, maybe a really cool like throwing knife or combat axe throw or something like that, and they wanted to go and watch that back in theater mode and share it with their friends in a much cooler way than just recording with their DVR. So personally, I find this a little bit upsetting that we aren't going to be having theater mode this year with CoD WW2, but at the end of the day, it's one of those features that you can live without. I mean, we lived without it for Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare and Ghosts even, I think we lived without it. And I was still able to do my job just fine as a content creator. And yeah, there were moments where I definitely missed theater mode, but at the end of the day, I can live without it, and it's not a deal breaker for me. And with that, I'd like to know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about the lack of theater mode support in CoD World War II? Was it a feature that you used very often back when it was available, or is it something that you never really touched anyways? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.